Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Key West, where it literally feels like the calm before the storm. It's very quiet on the island. Of course, it is a Sunday night. We have a little bit of a breeze, nothing major at this point. And we are starting our stream today at St. Mary Star of the Sea. Of course, as always, for this stream we do have a localization, real-time tracking, so you can check out where we are doing our bike ride pretty much anytime. And so here we are. And I am going to show you in a second why we are at St. Mary Star of the Sea. It is because we have a famous hurricane grotto here where the locals come and light candles. So after the big Labor Day hurricane, people started to come to this grotto, and apparently ever since, Key West hasn't had a direct hit, so it seems to be working. And as you can see, there are actually quite some candles lit. And I am happy to say that Key West is no longer in the path of Laura, and we're barely on the edge of the cone. I think we're not even in the cone anymore at all, actually. So this is our little, what we call the hurricane grotto. So this is where the locals come, light up the candles, and as I said, it looks like it was working again. So of course we'll keep you updated, but at this point it looks like we're gonna have heavy winds and actually some high tides, very high tides around like king tide level. They already are above the regular height at this point, and it's going to be worse during the night. I think 3 a.m. Tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow during the day until about Tuesday afternoon. So again, welcome everybody. Welcome to Key West. Hello Larry and Dan and Big Bear and Richard and Susan. Shane, Daryl is back. We have Family Glow, we have Joe, we have Jerry. We have you, we have Michael, way up north guy. Key West 444. Hope all of you guys are doing good. Hope you had a great weekend. Hello, Brian. Welcome, and welcome to everybody who just joined. So welcome to the Hurricane Grotto at St. Mary Star of the Sea, our Hurricane Grotto. Looks like it is working pretty well. So again, Laura is going to miss us. We are going to have some very high tides and strong winds, so everybody's still been securing pretty much everything around in the garden. Just making sure that nothing can fly around. I think the maximum wind speeds though are going to be around 60 miles per hour. But yes, in case you weren't aware of this little place here, and guys, here we go. Gotta put you guys in the cup holder. Just have to unlock everything here. So bear with me while I set you up here. Enjoy the view for a second until we hit the back streets. Okay guys, unlocking the bike. I'll see the gimbal does not like this. Hang on a second, close your eyes. I have to restart the gimbal. It's always a shaky thing. Don't want to get you guys, don't want you to get seasick. Close those eyes. Okay, here we go. So I have been working on a different setup for the bike rides, but the concept is not yet ready to go. Alrighty, so let's see. Let me pull up my control screen. Here we go. And here we go. Yes, this bike is squeaking, I know. Somebody very kindly actually told me in detail which part was making that noise. But I actually have no idea which part that is. I have to be honest, I would have to look it up. But yes, I do know that this bike is making some noise. All right, so the location tracker link is in the video description, and I am just double checking and making sure that the bot is going to post this as well, so you can track exactly where we are at what moment in time. Here we are. Okay, real-time location tracking active, and here we go. So let me know if this works. I am trying to read the comments as much as I can, as much as it is possible while riding a bike, but since we're gonna go through the smaller back streets, I'm pretty sure that should be fine. All right, so we are going to go down Windsor Lane, which is actually Margaret Street. We just have to cross Truman Ave here. Truman Avenue. We are going to turn right here. All right, so we are going to be headed towards the cemetery. Told you about those tiny little lanes that are over there. I really wanted to show you. And we'll see, looks like we might have some beautiful pre-storm sunset colors. So we should probably head over to Truman Waterfront. I know we have been there for our last bike rides, but the colors currently are just hard to beat when we get sunsets like this. So we will head over to Truman Waterfront. And welcome to everybody who just joined. Welcome to Key West. Welcome to a little Sunday evening bike ride through the smaller back streets of the island. I was initially thinking of taking you guys over to the Atlantic side to see the water, but it is currently low tide, so you know, all the high tide alerts, etc., aren't very visually represented right now. But you never know, I might grab a camera tomorrow afternoon and go and check that out around high tide. So make sure you stay tuned and get our notifications when we are going live. You can do so by subscribing to the channel and hitting that little bell button, the notification button. And of course we'll be doing a live music session tomorrow, and hopefully on the porch, because it should be nice and breezy, maybe a little bit of rain. But we thought it would be really nice to do a little storm porch session. And of course mixing hurricanes, we looked up the recipe. I know Gabe's working on some hurricane, storm, wind and rain songs. So Windsor Lane here flows into Margaret Street and has some of my favorite houses and trees on the island. And you know what? I have to actually use the wide angle. So, and actually we have tiny little lanes here. So this is Passover Lane, very, very fitting of course. So we are right across from the cemetery. So this little lane here is, as you can see, a dead end. But I figured I'd still take you guys in there real quick, just for a little look. So little Passover Lane. So this area has a lot of little hidden lanes. Cute little hidden houses and lots of chickens. Actually, this lane is so small that I figured with the trike, I'm gonna have a hard time turning around. I think the other lanes should be big enough to actually be staying on the trike. So, little Passover Lane. Very fitting. All right. Okay, let's see if we can back out of here. Da-da-da. absolutely love this little house here. I know we're going the wrong way. I'm not going to go down the whole lane. Just wanted to show you this little house here. So some of the houses aren't painted, so it's like you just see like the actual wood. We do have another little lane there. But there are so many little lanes to go down. We're gonna go for the next one here. So this one is not a dead end. So let's see where we're going. Has anybody tried the location tracking? I'm checking if kind of shows where we are, but it doesn't show the track we did. It doesn't show the path. So whatever, I guess you just see where we are without seeing where we have been just before. But anyways, we are close to the cemetery. Lots of dead ends here and tiny little lanes. So earlier today we had a beautiful 106 felt like temperature. It's a little bit, it has cooled down a tiny little bit. When I last checked it was 103. So yes, that little lane was called Kirsten Lane. We are headed down a little bit of Southern Street. You recognize Southern Street by the with a dedicated bike lane here. So this one is going east to west, and then we have Fleming going west to east, one ways with dedicated bike lanes. Here we have Little Love Lane. And it looks like this is another dead end. Ooh. I love this time of the day. The colors are just so beautiful. Hey. Here is our newly repaved Simonton Street. So they started paving Simonton Street first, and then when the pandemic hit, they decided to actually repave Duval because they thought the timing was pretty good. So they somewhat put Simonton on hold, repaved Duval Street, and now both are done. So perfectly smooth. Barely need a gimbal if we were to ride down Simonton Street or Duval Street today, but we are not. We are just taking the small back streets. If you want to see what's going on Duval Street, on Friday nights we do our TGIF streams where we head over to Mallory Square, check out the sunset celebration, and go and see what's happening on Duval Street on a Friday night. Today is the end of the weekend relaxing Backstreet Bike Ride day. Of course, at some point we do have to cross Duval Street right here, so we are on the corner of Southern Street and Duval Street. Let's see if we can hit that green light. Yes, 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 we can. So we are headed towards Truman Waterfront. See how those sunset colors look like today. Looks like it's gonna be a great day tomorrow. So again, Key West is no longer in the direct cone of Tropical Storm Laura. I think it is still due to change into a hurricane pretty much around the height of Key West before it heads over into the Gulf. But the very first prediction a couple of days ago, we were like in the eye of it. But it has shifted. So the evacuation order that has been issued for everybody living on boats or in trailers or RVs has been lifted. I think for all of the keys. And there never had been an evacuation order for people not living in let's say not fixed structures, because of course we have a lot of people on boats, and trust me, we had some pretty impressive storms during the night in the last couple of weeks. Definitely don't want to be out there on a boat. So on our way over to the Truman Waterfront, it's funny because when we're doing the dedicated sunset streams on Mallory Square, we had a couple of days where, you know, the sunset wasn't, I mean, there wasn't really any sun setting. It was still fun because of course the celebration is still going on. You know, you don't need a sunset to celebrate in Key West. And then every time we do these bike rides, actually it ends up having the colors end up being so nice that we head over to the Truman Waterfront to have a look. Of course, when you are at Mallory Square this time of the year, the sunset is still kind of behind Sunset Key. I mean, it should be right on the edge right now. But of course, it's a bit more tricky to access Mallory Square by bike. So we come over here, large open space. You can almost ride into the water with your bike, so be careful. And you can see the sun actually hitting the water. So let's see if we make it on time. Official sunset time is in 2 minutes. So we're taking the parking lot shortcut. So if you are up for a nice sunset and you kind of like it on the quieter side, or you've done Mallory Square a couple of times, this is a nice location. So we have the Coast Guard Museum ship right here. And this whole space here is nice and quiet. People come here, lots of locals. Okay, fish, as you can see here. And official sunset time is in exactly 1 minute. So on Thursdays we do have a farmers market here starting at 3 p.m. until sunset. Of course, selling a lot of food. There is a bar, so you can come here, watch the sunset, grab a little drink, picnic.
Hey, come back here!
So let's just wait a minute or two to see how this afterglow is doing today. So guys, happy Sunday night, happy sunset. I did bring a drink. So of course we are at the Truman Waterfront. So Mallory Square would be further over here. This way. Thank you, Joe, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Thank you. So somewhere over there are two storms currently crossing the Gulf. At this point, we only have a little breeze here. We can't feel much. We're gonna update you tomorrow. So I think the wind is supposed to pick up tomorrow late afternoon. So I figured we'll be able to tell you more during our porch session tomorrow. So we're gonna be playing some music on the porch or indoor, I guess we'll see. We'll see how bad it gets. Gonna mix up some drinks. So hope you can join us, make song requests, hang out with us. And I'll see if I can cover the high tides. Apparently we're gonna have some really high tides, so a lot of the lower areas of the island are gonna be flooded. So maybe we'll do a very quick check on that tomorrow. During high tide, I think that's around 3 or 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So before the porch session is gonna be 5 till 7 island time. And thank you, Kim, for the super chat. Thank you so much, guys. So it looks like it is a quiet night. So not much of an afterglow. Yes, this bike does need servicing and a lot of oil. Could do with some WD-40. Gabe just finished our bike port today, which we're going to show you tomorrow in our port session. So the bikes being our main mean of transportation here. Which is one of the reasons why this one is squeaking like crazy, is that currently they are standing outside. And it is rainy season, so we thought we'd build a little bike port where at least they are covered from the rain. And so Gabe finished that today. So tonight's gonna be the first night for this bike in a long, long time where it's gonna be undercover. So again, we are at the Truman Waterfront Park. So we are west of Mallory Square. So this is a really quiet area where a lot of locals come and hang out for the sunset. And if you're just joining us, the path of Laura, the cone has shifted again. So Key West is no longer in the actual cone. So we're just gonna have strong winds starting tomorrow afternoon and very high tides. So they have predicted some flooding in the lower parts of the island. But I think the winds are gonna be around 60 miles per hour. But we'll keep you updated. We'll be back tomorrow. For now, it feels like a nice breeze. And I'm going to show you guys another way to access the Truman Waterfront here, because we came in through the Truman Annex. You can come by boat. That's not what I wanted to show you. So there is another way in and out, or is it just out? I guess we'll check. We actually came in through there last time because there was another access in Bahama Village. Oh, yes, the wind is definitely picking up. So there is this little way here via Angela Street. Again, little back streets here. So this part would be considered Bahama Village. So some of those streets, like Emma Street here, actually continues inside the Truman Annex. So it's blocked off here, and then you have the same street names inside again. Now I'm going to take you guys over to the corner of Thomas and Petronia, because I love the lights over there. Of course, this is the corner of Blue Heaven right here. Thomas Street and Petronia Street. Very islandy. So beautiful murals. We have Firefly Restaurant right there. We have the Creperie, we have Vive Wine Bar right here, Wine Bistro, and of course Blue Heaven here. So guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the little bike ride. And we will be back tomorrow. So again, seeing if we can cover the high tides. Of course, we'll give you an update on Laura, and we'll do a little hurricane party on the porch or or tropical storm party. So I hope you can join us tomorrow 5 till 7 island time. Come and make song requests, mix drinks and hang out with us here in hopefully not too stormy Key West. So guys, take care, have a great night, and I hope to see you tomorrow.